If you've ever been scolded unfairly, if you've ever felt small, powerless, or punished just for existing, this story will hit home. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and settle in for a tale of one kid's deliciously salty revenge. This happened years ago, back when I was still a kid. Not a bad kid, not a troublemaker, just your average, energetic, sun-drenched, slightly muddy. Hey, dinner's ready but I'm still outside playing tag kind of kid. And that was the problem. See, my mom, she didn't really do patience or softness. She ran the house like a military base. And I was just another soldier expected to snap to attention at the first barked order. I still remember the day it happened. Clear as glass. It was summer, late afternoon. The kind of day where the sky turns orange and the cicadas won't shut up. I just come inside from playing with my friends. Sweaty, happy, probably with dirt on my face and leaves in my socks. And my mom was waiting. She didn't just scold me. She berated me. Laid into me for nearly an hour straight. How many times do I have to call you before you listen? Do you think I'm your servant? This house isn't a playground. You think you can just ignore me? And all the while she was eating. Fork in one hand. Pointed accusations in the other. Asterisk, asterisk. There's something uniquely humiliating about being yelled at by someone who's chewing. She'd shovel a bite into her mouth, glare at me, and in between chews, keep the lecture going like her anger didn't even need to pause for digestion. It wasn't just about not coming when called. It was about control. It was about reminding me that she was in charge, and I was just a kid who should know better. And then, just when I thought it was over, she ordered me to get her a glass of water. No please. No kindness. Just that commanding tone. Go get me some water. And I just stood there for a second, blinking. My face hot, throat dry, shoulders tense from holding in every word I wanted to say but couldn't. 'Cause you don't talk back. You don't roll your eyes. You don't argue. Not unless you want the lecture to turn into punishment. But something inside me snapped. Not loud, not dramatic, just a quiet click. The kind where you stop feeling powerless and start getting clever. So I turned around, walked into the kitchen, picked up a clean glass, and filled it halfway with water. Then added salt, not just a pinch. I dumped it in until the water turned cloudy. Stirred it slowly, deliberately, until the grains disappeared. Then poured it into another glass, just to hide the salt around the rim, and topped it off with fresh water to make it look normal. If you looked closely, maybe you'd notice something was off. But you'd have to be paying attention. And she wasn't. I walked back into the dining room, carefully carrying the glass like a loyal little servant. She didn't look at me, didn't pause her lecture, just reached out mid-sentence, grabbed the glass from my hand, and kept right on talking. You have no respect for other people's time, and you think. And then, it happened. She spat that water straight across the table in a glorious, salty spray. It hit her plate, the tablecloth, everything. A choke, cursed, slammed the glass down. Her eyes were wide, furious, confused. She didn't know what had just happened. Didn't even realize she'd fallen for the trap. And I just stood there poker-faced, innocent. Is something wrong with the water, Mom? The silence was loud. Then came the real storm. Screaming, yelling, grounding, the works. She accused me. I denied it. Course I did. Because what kind of monster would salt their own mother's water? Certainly not me. But honestly, it was worth it. Every second of that punishment was worth watching her arrogant little bubble pop in a single mouthful. She'd treated me like I didn't matter. That day, I reminded her that I did. That moment, watching her scrunch her face in confusion, shock, and disgust, was the sweetest kind of justice a kid can dream of. It didn't undo the yelling, didn't erase the unfairness, but it gave me one single moment of control, in a house where I'd never had any. She wanted me to serve her like I was beneath her. Fine. But I'd serve her with a twist. Looking back, it wasn't about the salt. It was about balance. About one little act of rebellion that said, I see you, hear you, But you don't own me. Sometimes even kids need a way to say, enough. If this story made you laugh or brought back memories of your own petty childhood justice, smash that like button and drop a comment below. What's the most hilarious way you ever got revenge as a kid? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories of karma served cold or salty.